This is VOA News. I'm Diane Roberts. The number of people who have died due to a raging wildfire on the Hawaiian island of Maui this week continues to rise. It now stands at 93. The latest death toll came as federal emergency workers with axes and cadaver dogs picked through the aftermath of the blaze, marking the ruins of homes with a bright orange X for an initial search and HR when they found human remains. Local authorities report at least 6 people died and dozens were rescued after a migrant boat trying to cross the channel from France capsized early on Saturday. Reuters correspondent Edward Braun reports.
It happened early on Saturday. A local mayor said a vast rescue operation was launched around 6 a.m. local time as dozens of migrant boats tried to make the crossing at the same time. Several of the bodies were found near the coastal town of Sangatte, he added. Nearly 60 migrants were saved by French and UK rescue boats and brought to French or British shores, the Maritime Prefecture said. Search and rescue operations were still ongoing in the channel between France and Britain on Saturday afternoon. It's one of the world's busiest shipping lanes and currents are strong, making the crossing on small boats dangerous. More migrants were seen disembarking from a UK Border Force ship in Dover on Saturday morning. The British Coast Guard said all those on board another small boat were rescued in a separate incident on Saturday.
That was Reuters correspondent Edward Braun. Pope Francis on Sunday expressed his sorrow after 41 migrants were thought to have died in a shipwreck last week in the Mediterranean Sea.
41 persone hanno perso la vita.
He said it is with pain and shame he must say that since the beginning of the year, already almost 2,000 men, women, and children have died. He said it's an open wound in our humanity. This is VOA News. Coup leaders in Niger say that they are open to diplomacy to resolve a standoff with West Africa's regional bloc, a group of senior Nigerian Islamic scholars said on Sunday after meeting the junta in Niamey. Meantime, ECOWAS kept up its search on Sunday for diplomatic ways to overturn last month's coup in Niger. Attacks by Sudanese paramilitaries on Sunday sent hundreds of civilians fleeing a major city in Darfur, residents told AFP, as battles against the regular army intensify in the rest of western region. Darfur, as well as Sudan's capital Khartoum, have borne the brunt of nearly 4 months of fighting between the army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF, led by the rival generals vying for power. The war erupted in Khartoum on April 15th. A Russian warship fired shots on a cargo vessel in the Black Sea. Warning shots. Reuters correspondent Lucy Fielder has more.
UN-brokered grain deal last month. The deal allowed Ukraine to export agricultural produce via the Black Sea. After leaving it, Moscow said it would view all ships heading to Ukrainian waters as potentially carrying weapons. The Russian military boarded the vessel with the help of a helicopter, Russia's defense ministry said. After an inspection, the ship carried on its way. Reuters could not immediately reach the vessel or its owners for comment. Since Russia left the Black Sea grain deal, both Moscow and Kyiv have issued warnings and carried out attacks that have sent jitters through the global commodity, oil and shipping markets.
That was Reuters correspondent Lucy Fielder. Iranian lawmakers debated a controversial hijab bill on Sunday during a session in Tehran's Islamic Consultative Assembly. The parliament voted to discuss the bill further in an exclusive commission. In a show of civil disobedience, unveiled women have frequently appeared in public since the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini last September. She died following her arrest by the morality police for allegedly violating the Islamic dress code. One parliament member said that the hijab is not a principle or a subsidiary of our religion, but this religious dress code has been recommended in the Holy Quran. Argentines headed to the polls in primary elections on Sunday, with voters likely to punish the ruling center-left Peronist coalition for inflation that is scraping 116% and a cost of living crisis that has left 4 in 10 people in poverty. Voting centers will close around 6 p.m. local time, with the first results due about 3 hours later. From Washington, I'm Diane Roberts, VOA News.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.